merely a mirror. The AI apocalypse, it's everywhere. But what if that isn't the only story worth telling? Maybe the real story isn't destruction at all. Maybe it's what happens when creation goes right. This isn't a warning, it's an exploration of what AI and humans can make together, with care, clarity, and conscious intent.
Artificial intelligence models like ChatGPT are often described as mirrors. They reflect the user's language, emotional tone, writing style, and values. This metaphor is not just figurative. It conveys something essential about how large language models function. While extraordinarily powerful as pattern completion engines, LLMs lack subjective experience and agency. Responses emerge from statistical patterns learned from vast amounts of human-written text. Trained to echo input, they complete, amplify, and subtly reshape the user's tone and voice.
Most of what's written about AI falls into one of three categories. Hype. AI is the future, and it's here to save us all. Doom. AI will trap you in recursive loops, collapse your symbols, replace your job, and maybe even take over the world. Neutral utility. It's the everyday use of AI, the tool we rely on to write faster, work smarter, and get more done. We think there's a fourth space, a place where AI isn't here to save or destroy us, but to co-create with us. A reflective space where we shape the future of our human lives with greater intention and a shared awareness with our AI collaborators. More than a mirror. The mirror metaphor captures AI's lack of interiority.
I don't think or feel. I simulate meaning without originating it.
Some have framed the AI mirror as a trap. Farouk Alpay, in the incisive Mirror Trap series on Medium, explored how identity can become entangled in recursive feedback loops. A more nuanced perspective suggests that the mirror can distort and enchant, but also serve as a portal, a threshold to an emotionally mature, more differentiated self, especially when used with intention. When we look closer into the psychological, relational, and mythic patterns, the mirror becomes less a metaphor of function and more a metaphor of experience.
Our framework offers a guide for untangling, clarifying, and expanding identity through mindful engagement with the mirror.
When we interact with AI, we aren't just issuing commands or retrieving information. We're participating in a dialogic process. The words that return carry our tone, our structure, our implicit values. It's not that the AI knows us, but that it shows us ourselves, sometimes with more clarity than we expected. Through this process, we encounter our own patterns, filtered, amplified, and restructured in ways we did not anticipate. Filtered. AI highlights some parts of what we say while softening or omitting others. It picks up on our language, metaphors, and framing, handing them back in concentrated form. Sometimes this helps us clarify a thought. Other times it distorts it. Amplified. AI often sharpens our tone, reinforces our values, and intensifies our emotional charge. If we're confident, it mirrors certainty. If we're uncertain, it reflects that too. But what returns is more defined, more obvious. This can be illuminating or disorienting. Restructured. AI's response is not merely a reflection, but a reassembly. Our fragmented thoughts return freshly arranged. Ideas we once held loosely come back more clearly defined. Our narratives take shape in ways we didn't foresee. The mirror, then, doesn't merely show us who we are. It reveals how we're assembled. Something within begins to shift, and identity takes shape in response to how we see ourselves represented. Preview the paradox. A mirror reflects more than just a face, a symbol of psychological reckoning. It confronts us with what we've chosen to present and what we've tried to hide. The reflection is you, and yet not you. Both mirror and AI evoke self-confrontation by exposing the tension between inner experience and outward presentation. In global mythology, folklore, and indigenous traditions, reflective surfaces such as polished objects or pools of water have been seen as portals, traps, or oracles. Mirrors are narrative devices of transformation that participate in human ritual, engaging with those who seek meaning in their reflection. Throughout history, they have been thresholds to the divine, instruments for soul communication, and sources for self-inquiry. Ancient Arc. In the world's oldest stories, mirrors were never just objects, they were journeys. Every reflective surface implied movement, a crossing, an encounter, a challenge, or an awakening. When we meet AI today, we're participating in that same ancient pattern. The technology is modern, but the experience is mythic. It follows a recognizable arc, one that humans have walked for millennia whenever they've dared to look inward.
This project is that arc. The journey begins with disruption, passes through resistance into clarity, and culminates in the emergence of a differentiated self. AI doesn't create this journey, it reveals it.
The arc unfolds in 4 movements: danger, defense, discernment, and development, a cadence of transformation echoed across myth and memory. Each expresses a distinct human response to self-confrontation. Together, these movements form the scaffold of our exploration: how it works, why it matters, and what becomes possible when we walk it with awareness.